Over 200 investors of DLF Okhla Towers cry foul for allegedly being denied exit by the developer, even as it awaits legal sanction to start the construction. Art funds, which were the rage, are finding it tough. So should you be investing in these unregulated funds? Beware finds out that your grievance may not be able to reach the insurance ombudsman, as 1/3 of these email addresses are incorrect. The insurance regulator cracks the whip on companies, says it will now take a closer look at your complaints to ensure your issues are resolved faster. And beware gets your banking complaints addressed. The real estate bubble lured many property investors, but when the froth settled, investors saw their investments collapse like a pack of cards. Over 200 investors of DLF Okhla claim to have been caught in a web. Even after a year, the developer allegedly awaits legal sanctions to start the project, but investors are no longer willing to wait. Neha Bothra has the story.
Around March 2008, more than 200 buyers were drawn into investing in DLF's Okhla Towers project. Investors say they were allotted shops with the promise that DLF would soon obtain the legal sanctions required for building a commercial project on industrial land. The investors claim they have paid nearly 40% of the total amount, and a year has gone by with little action from the developer's end. These 200-odd investors are now demanding an exit option and a total refund of nearly 300 crore rupees.
They said we would not start construction until we have the approval, until the property is approved as a commercial one. They have done so. They said we will give you physical possession of the unit within 3 years. Of 3 years, 21 months have already passed, and if we look at the pace of construction as it stands today, and what the people at the site have told us, that it would take minimum of 3 years to complete this project.
My hard-earned money, 70 lakh rupees, has been put into a project which never took off, and it doesn't look like it will ever take off.
Our only requirement is one of an exit option. We have seen repeatedly that this project is delayed. We were promised various things like this would be a commercial project. The permissions are still industrial. There is no way that this project is going to take off, and everybody in this investor group is only asking for an exit option.
Investors say that as per the application form, the company is liable to refund the entire amount deposited with 9% interest if it fails to lot the units applied for within a year. However, DLF is taking refuge behind a clause in the agreement which says DLF is not responsible for delay due to reasons beyond its control. But investors say delays are not the only problem.
So it is an industrial unit. They say it is an office space which has been allotted. So now they are, using industrial as office. So this is misrepresenting the facts.
At the moment, they are constructing this project as a flatted factory. An industrial unit can only be constructed up to a height of 15 meters. I would like to understand that I have been allotted, in DLF parlance, I have been allotted a number 502, which means that it's on the 5th floor. If they do not have the approvals for a commercial unit, how do they plan to give me office on the 5th floor when they are constructing a factory which can at best be constructed up to the 2nd floor?
Meanwhile, investors are agitating in DLF's backyard. Aggrieved investors have even formed a DLF Towers Okhla Lotties Association. They allege that a copy of minutes of a meeting held between the members and the DLF on November 23, 2009 reveals the developer has categorically refused investors an exit option. Instead, DLF has allegedly asked Okhla investors to bear the additional cost of change of land use from industrial to commercial of rupees 1300 per square feet. As per the minutes, the company has stated that this has been mentioned in the application form and space buyer's agreement.
It's basically what they said is something that was not known to us when we applied for this project, is that the conversion charges for conversion of each unit from industrial to commercial would have to be borne by the investor group. This has come as a complete shocker for us, because as it is we have purchased our units in the project at an exorbitant price that will not hold at today's market value, and on top of that we are being told that we would have to bear these additional costs.
Investors allege DLF now claims they can only sell their holdings in 2011, when the company intends to relaunch the project. Meanwhile, in spite of repeated attempts, DLF has not responded to the queries of Beware.
And so investors are in a fix. The developer has closed the exit option and at the same time, failing to pay further installments will make them defaulters.